Okay, so yes, I know I always say okay at the beginning. So here we are for Frogger live session number 5. You know what's funny is I was making this title screen earlier, as title slide I should say, and this is the first time I actually noticed there's little pink hearts on the legs of the frog. I had no idea. I don't know how I had edited that out of my vision, but they are there and you can see them. So let me go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the main screen where I'm doing my coding. And this is what we're going to be doing tonight. Well, first let me show you what we got. So the game has come along quite nicely since yesterday we were coding. Now you can see the cars are kind of moving consistently. I want to kind of maybe update that tonight if I have time. I still want to get my... Oops, let's see. Ooh, I died. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Okay. I'm getting worse at this game. And hopefully, no, that's not going to work. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. That shouldn't have worked, but it did. And I can get across to the river 5 times. Hello, Divya. And one part of this game is that there is, as far as I know, it's been a while since I played it, to be honest, but looking at this screenshot, you can see at the bottom there is a timer. So that's what I want to try and work on tonight, is to get the timer working. So I'm hoping it's not going to be too hard, but we'll see. Okay, so first thing, oh, by the way, just real quick, shout out to my members, 16-bitters, Kevin, Paul, Jan, and Mod, and 8-bitter, Kim Xiong. So thank you so much, guys. Baby, girls, I don't know. Thank you for supporting the channel. Much appreciated. So here we go. And Divya, you are very welcome. And just so you know, there are super stickers, I think, in the chat. And I think super chat is available if you want to, yeah, show some love there. So anyway, we got our game. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and add a 60-second timer to the game. So let's go ahead and give that a shot. So you can see here I've already imported the time module. I'm not sure why I did that, but I don't know if I used it somewhere, but I don't think I did. But we're going to use it now. Hello, Shardle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my player class, because the player is the one that needs... Oh, I know the timing. The timing is for the turtles going under the water. So yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and make a new attribute for the player class, and I'm gonna say, call it like time, yeah, time remaining. So that's how much time the turtle has, or the frog has. So as I said, we're gonna have 60 seconds to cross the water to get to the top, and if you don't make it, you die. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm going to put it into the update. I'm going to try and put it into the update. Well, let me think about this for a minute. Not sure exactly where this should go. Let's get it working, and then we can figure out where it's supposed to go after that. So what I need to do is, when the player goes home, that's when the player starts, is I need to set the time remaining to 60. And I'm going to make another variable. Okay. And self.start time equals time.time. And what this does is this gives us the time the current time in milliseconds of the clock. So I think. It's been a while since I've used that, but I think that's going to do what we want to do. So when we go home, self.time .start _start. It was a start time. Start time. I don't know what the heck they call it. Yeah, start time. Also is going to equal time.time. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is, in this update method, is I'm just going to say print self.time. Yeah, print self.time No, what do I gotta do here? Time remaining. Okay, that's what I want. And self.time remaining equals the current time. So time.time minus, gotta put parentheses there, minus time self.start time. For now, I'm just going to print it and see if this works. Okay. Int object is not callable. Brilliant. Time remaining. Self.time remaining equals. Okay. Don't make things into a function that are not functions. And it's probably a good lesson in life, I'm sure. Alrighty. So basically, if I take the current time minus the time I started, that'll tell me how many seconds it's been. Okay, very good. So you can see here, we got 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7 seconds. So the time is going up, which is what we wanted. Okay, but we don't want the dots at all. Okay, we want, or the dot, the fractional part. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try using the round method. Now I don't know if it's going to work, but I think it might. Hello, coding with Barth. Okay, yeah, that's giving us what we want. Okay, so you can see now every second the time is going up. Okay, and then actually, this is kind of wrong. It shouldn't be time remaining. I kind of gave that the wrong name, so I often mess this one up. Start time remaining. Okay. So time remaining, we're going to actually subtract the amount of time that has passed. And I'm going to use round here. So round. So get rid of round here. And I'm going to run it and see what happens. So I should now get a countdown. Yeesh, dude, geez. That did not go well. Something went desperately wrong there. Okay, that was not what I wanted to see. Coding with Parth, I am working on Frogger Part 5. I'm trying to get the timer working. Ooh, I know. Time remaining equals. Okay, I'm going to make a new variable. There's got to be a better way to do this, but I'm going to say 60. And I'm going to say self dot max time equals 60. Hello, Ollie. Let me try that. Good. Equals. I don't think I fixed it. I think it did the same thing. Time remaining equals max time. That's it. Self.max time minus that. Maybe. Yeah, that was interesting. Okay, so I am sure that there is a better way to do this. I can't think of it right now. But there we've got a countdown timer. And what we want to happen is if self.time remaining is less than or equal to 0, so out of time, then we're just going to do self dot go home. Okay, and we also got to do self dot lives. Did we do lives yet? No, we haven't done that. Okay, let's skip that for later. That should be hopefully easy to add later. Okay, so I want to test this. So basically what I want to happen is if the timer gets to 0, on a certain level, all that stuff is going to reset. Okay. Chosen. Life is unfair, but don't worry, it's recorded. Okay. Now I want to test this, but the problem is that it's going to take 60 seconds to find out if it worked. So let me go ahead and code fold these a little bit. So that's what's scrolling. And player. Alrighty, so I'm going to go back up to here. So max time, we're going to set it to 10 seconds. And we're going to set timer remaining to 10 seconds. And the same thing down here. 10 and 10. So that way we can just test it and see what's happening. Okay. Okay, so you can see it's got 8, 7, 6. I'm going to move the frog. Ugh. Okay, and what happens when it gets down to 0 seconds? Okay, that's exactly what we wanted to happen. So it jumped back down at 0 seconds. So basically, that's when the frog dies. So that gives you, yeah, perfect. You too, Ollie. Have a nice day. Sorry you can't stick around. Okay, so the timer is working. So I'm pretty happy with that. Again, I'm not sure it was that quick, but you know, the chosen. Well, you know, us teachers can be tough. Let's see here, 60 seconds. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to actually draw the timer. So let's see here. How are we drawing stuff here? So we are drawing stuff by using the turtle pen. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. So player. So oh, that's going to be a problem. Well, okay, I'm going to do something that isn't, you know, maybe the best programming practice, but it's going to work. Actually, I tell you what, think about this. Okay, I'm going to do it right. As much as I don't really want to. Sometimes I get really lazy when I'm coding. I'm going to go ahead and create a timer class. So class timer. And in this case, the timer is not a sprite. It is just an imaginary object that I am creating. And I'm going to initialize it with, initialize it. And so I'm going to go ahead and set the timer. Well, I want it down the bottom right corner. So I'm going to set its x and y. So self.x equals and self.y equals. So the player's at -325. Let's go ahead and run this real quick. Maybe get an idea of where everything should be at. Hi, Christian. Okay, so this is -325. I want the timer to be down here. So I'm going to subtract another 50. So it'll be -375. And it's going to go this way, and it's going to go down this way, which is how the original game worked, at least I think. So here, 0, and this should be 300. So I'll make it from 0 to 200, because then we'll put time down here later. All right, so it is going to be 200, and it is going to be, let's think here. Chosen, I am using OBS. Christian, that is a big question to ask me in the middle of Frogger. Wait till we get to some sort of Q&A time. Okay, right now I got to focus on my timer. And the Y was I think 375 it said. And then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a render method for the timer. And it's going to be self, it's going to be time, and yeah, self and time, that's it. Oh, and pen. I need a pen to render with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say pen.penUp. Because I don't want to draw a line. I'm going to say pen.goto self.x self.y. So it's going to go to the X and Y coordinate that we specified here. I'm going to put the pen down. And then I'm going to have the pen go to self.x, self.y. And what I got to do is, oh, all right, it's good timing because this is part 5. So what I'm going to do is I want to draw it. Let's go ahead and run this again. So the timer is going to be here. It is 200 pixels wide. At least that's what I'm kind of guessing. I'll put that in there. And then the time is out of 60 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and do self.maxTime equals max time and self.width equals 200. So I gotta put max time here, max time. All right. And we'll hard code the width because the time might change. I'm not sure. Hello, Harshdeep. Hello, Finez. Okay, so I got to figure out that x coordinate. So think about this. If it's the full time, so it's going to be 200. So max time. Okay, so the percent that we want to see of time left equals time divided by self.maxTime. And then, so the change in x equals self.width times 200. And we're going to go to self.x minus dx. Okay. Christian, yes it is. And hello, Bearcat. And then I'm going to do pen.penup. I'm also going to do pen.color, I think it's green. And I'm going to do pen size. Yeah, I'm going to make it 5. And okay, so I've done that. Create a player, create a level. I'm going to go ahead and create the timer. Timer equals timer. And the arguments are max time. So I'm creating a 60-second timer. And this is, again, this is just displaying the timer. The actual rendering or the actual number comes from the player class. Yeah, I don't think this was the best organization, but I think it's going to work. So self.time remaining. Okay. So here's what I hope is going to happen. Down here, I'm going to go ahead and render. Let's see, in here, I think we rendered. Okay, we rendered everything up here. So I'm going to go ahead and render the timer. So timer.render. And I got to pass the pen to it. And that can't be right. Yeah, self-time pen. And the time is going to be the player dot time remaining. And hopefully. Christian, thank you. You know, it's funny, that Space Invaders game was like the first game I ever did. And like now I'm really embarrassed by it, to be perfectly honest, like how bad it is. But people like it, so that's all good. So let's see what errors we got. Oh my gosh. This is pretty awesome. Okay, now we've got this. Is it going down though? I can't tell. Okay, it does not look like the size is changing. Okay, so that's a math error probably. Okay, almost worked. So it's percent times self-width. Percent times self-width. And self-width is the 200. So that was a little bit long. Let's try it again. Yeah, Finez, I have to do a little Googling on that one, to be honest. Oh my gosh, it's working. Look at that. You can see the timer is going down. Nothing else has changed, which is good. Alrighty. Ooh, I died. The timer reset. It's good. Those turtles are really tough. Yes. And now the timer should reset. Yes, it's working. Okay, well, we got a timer. Congratulations. So that was what I wanted to happen. Wow, I'm really happy about that. Okay, so the timer works. So basically I created this timer object. I placed it at a certain location. When I create the timer, it has a max time. So in this case, we're doing 60 seconds. It has a width of 200. And then when we render it, we're using that pen. And we're using some turtle methods here. So if we switch this to the Pygame module, we have to do something different here. But what we're doing is we're just drawing a certain percentage of the width, depending on how much time we have left. So I am very happy with that. But again, there's got to be an easier way to do this. I know it was a little bit unwieldy on that one, but you know what? I have a personal philosophy: if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't know about a big brain, but I do my best. So let's see here. We added a timer. Why don't we go ahead and add lives? That's maybe the next thing to add. So let's see here, player. So game. So when we start the game, the self.lives equals, we'll say the player has 3 lives. And when we die, the player has to lose a life. So if the player collides with a car, the player loses a life. So player.lives minus equals 1. If the player is not touching something, this is what happens when it lands in the water. Player.lives minus equals 1. Okay. Dresden, congratulations. And what I want to do is I just want to test this. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm just going to go ahead and put, print player lives. Plus, well, yeah, I guess I'll do it that way. Plus str player.lives. Okay, so I want to see if this works. I need to shut down the timer one because I don't need to see that anymore because I know that's working. Or did I already? No, it was in the other class. It's in the player class. Was it? Oh yeah, I still have this print thing. So I want to get rid of that because I know it works. I don't need it anymore. That's a common kind of, debugging technique, sort of. Okay, Al or AI, could you stick to the topic, please? Okay, so you see here I got 3 lives. I'm going to go up and die. I got 2 lives. I got 1 life, 0 lives. And of course I can get down to negative lives, which we don't want. And I should test it so that it works, make sure it works with running out of time, but I didn't. So, yeah, so if you're out of time, you do player.lives minus equals 1. So you got to test all those cases, right? Yeah, Ollie, you must have cooler friends than I do, because I don't think any of my friends are making apps. Let's see here. Okay, then we got to deal with a case where the player runs out of lives. So, let's put that here. Player runs out of lives. So if player.lives equals 0. Okay. Hello, Bilal. Greetings. Greetings from Tokyo. It's a beautiful thing that we have such a multinational crowd here. If players' lives equal 0, so we know the game is over. So think about the things that we'd have to do if the game is over. We'd have to reset the level, which I don't know if we can do because we're going to lose that information. Wow, I didn't think that one through. That might be for another night. I have to give that some thought. Sounds like a fun crew there, Ollie. Players' lives equals 0. Okay, well, let's do what we gotta do. The frog's gotta go home. Go home. Player.frogs. Actually, it's very similar. If you make it home 5 times and you run out of lives, it's very similar. So I'm going to just go ahead and copy that. You have to reset the lives. Actually, and then player.lives equals 3. Now I'll have to put up a splash screen or something or do some kind of delay, but that should work. Yeah, I'm going to have to do... Yeah, I'm really mad at myself for not figuring that one out. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to die 1, 2... Actually, we can't really tell if it's doing anything. Okay, those guys just came back. I missed that one. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so now I want to die again. Okay, it did reset. Okay, so that's good. That's what I wanted to happen. Okay, so I think that's working right. Okay, I think when I want to reset something. Yeah, Chosen, I enabled ads for this. So I don't know if it's stopped. I don't know. I don't see them, so I'm sorry. Okay, enjoy Space Arena. That's a classic in the making. So, my runs out of lives. What do I want to do here? So we reset everything. I'm going to have to give that one some thought. I think I know how to do that, but yeah, I do think I know how to do that. But I'm not going to try that tonight because it's a little complicated. But what I do want to do is, if you make it home 5 times, we want to increase the level. So you're on... Oh, actually, before I do that, sorry, I know what I forgot to do. I want to put little frogs on the screen for the number of lives. That is what I wanted to do. Because if we go back to Frogger, you can see the number of lives here. Now, I'm not sure why there's so many lives but in this particular game, but we'll come back to that. So let me go back to the main screen and try that. So I'm going to do that in the... I'm going to do that. I guess I could do it in here. I could do it player. No, I'm going to do it outside for now. So up here's where we're doing all the renders. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that with this. So I'm going to say render the lives. Okay, so what I actually need a little image of the turtles. Okay, so I'm going to go, excuse me. I'm going to go into my folder, desktop, Frogger, and I've got my frog GIF. So this is the one I'm using. So I'm going to go ahead and open that. And it's 50 by 50. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a, I don't know, I'm going to resize it, make it like a 10 by 10 one. What's 50 by 50? I'll make it 20 by 20. We'll try that. Because we can always scale it back. Oh, it's 40. Ugh. Yeah, let's do 10 by 10. No, let's do 20 by 20. Scale. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to export that as frog small.gif. Okay, so let's close that. So now I've got my image. And remember, with the turtle module, you've got to register your shapes. Frog small.gif. Okay. So then what I want to do is render the lives. So I'm going to say pen.goto. Okay, let's undo that. Okay, again, let's look at where we're at here. So I put the timer down here. I want the lives to go over here. So I'm just going to put it at the same X and way over to this side. So I'm going to say, I'm using the pen, 10 go to, negative 290, and then negative, I think it was 375, for underscore in lives, no, in range, player.lives. So for each life, I'm going to go pen.shape. Actually, I'm just going to do pen.shape up here because I only need to do that once. Pen.shape frog small.gif. Pen.goto. Excuse me. Okay, actually I got to fix this in a second. Go to negative 290 plus, say, 290 plus life times, so they're 10 pixels wide, so I'll make it 20. Or they're 20 pixels wide, I'll make it 30. Comma, negative 375. And then it's going to pen.stamp. That should do it. Let's try it. Okay, there we go. We got our 3 lives down here. I'm going to go ahead and die. There's 1. There's 2. And 3rd life, dead. And the game resets back to, well, everything keeps going, but partially resets. So that is one of the things that I want to work on. Are you doing daily lives? Oh, sorry, you guys didn't see that. I keep forgetting. It really annoys me when I run this program. It always appears on the other monitor, and I can't. I don't know how to fix that one. So anyway, so here's my thing. I'm gonna die, and you can see the frogs disappear, the little lives, and the frog died. And notice how it's a little bit off the screen. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix that. But there we go. It works pretty well. So I make that 290 negative 280, and I think that'll give us what we want. So I'm going to test that. And yeah, that looks a lot better. So you can see now. Okay. There we go. Ah, that was dumb. Okay, I've got a timer. I've got lives. Basically, everything resets if we lose all of our lives. Semi-resets. I gotta come up with something for that. I have an idea, but I don't think I'm gonna do it today. And yeah, well, I think that was quite a lot for one video. Uh-oh. Okay, my stream is going down. I've been having actually a lot of internet problems. So you guys may be breaking off. I'm not sure. But yeah, there's nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. So yeah. Let's hope it's still working. Anyway, so let me go back to. Let me just run that one more time in case you guys missed that. If not, I'll go through it quickly. So basically, what I did today was to add lives, add a timer, and then basically deal with resetting everything. If the frog gets 5 across, if the frog dies. Again, we want to do a proper reset, maybe do a splash screen, game over, that kind of thing. But that can wait. I do want to get rid of those houses. That's something I... Ooh. Okay. I didn't realize the frog could go down. Um, Let me fix that real quick. Okay. Hi, Sharia. Yeah, it's the first time I tried going down from there, but that was a mistake. So, turtle, player. Yeah. So, border checking. So, I'm going to say if self.y is less than, what was the starting point for the turtle, for the player? Player starts at negative 325. So if the player's y is less than negative 325, we'll just set it back to self.y equals negative 325. So that way it can't go below that number. Let's try that again. So I'm going to go around. Okay. So you can see it's a little bit of a glitch. I can kind of glitchy go down a little bit, but I'm going to let that go. I'm not going to lose any sleep over that. Yeah, I can live with that. That's a little, yeah. That's a cool glitch. Oh, you guys can't see it. I'm sorry. I guess I must be tired tonight. So you can see it glitches a little bit, but it goes up again. So we'll put that into the win column for this game. Okay, and okay, I died. And I would like to maybe add some animations at some point, but that may have to wait for another lifetime. Okay, so that was that. Let me go ahead and pull up the chat here. And this is, if anybody has any questions about what I did, or, maybe if there's any other particular questions you want to answer, or, Finez asked about 2D ray casting. And to be honest, I don't really know exactly what all that is. I'd have to look it up. I don't know if ray casting is a mathematical thing or if it's a rendering thing. If it's a mathematical thing, sure. If it's a rendering thing, maybe. So that's a good question. But I suspect if you do it, it'll be very, very slow. Hello, awesome Lewis. Welcome. You missed the coding part. I'm just doing a quick wrap up here at the end. But I'll let the game run. Let's see if I can let the game run while you guys are chatting and see if there's anything. So that's the game. And there we go. There's Frogger. It's looking like Frogger. Yeah, Sharia, there are very few people today. I don't know if that's people are getting tired of Frogger and live coding, which is okay. Maybe they don't want to do that every day. That is okay. People can watch it later or not watch it. That's okay too. I'm happy for whomever is here and can make it when they can make it. Life is busy. Okay, and I'm gonna let that go. Lenta, I am about to sign off actually, sorry. But yeah, okay. I guess nobody has any questions. And we'll have to call that a day. Yeah, sorry. Space Arena is definitely a more complex game, for sure. I know I got to finish it, but yeah, this one I really enjoyed doing just because it's kind of fun and it reminds me of my youth. So I do like these classic old school arcade games. And what's nice, is it looks pretty nice. Even with the turtle module. I mean, I know my drawings weren't very good of the turtle sinking, but that's something I can fix later. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the way this game has come along. Still got to add scoring and a couple other little things, but I got a timer, and overall, yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, so I will have to figure some of that stuff out later. Okay, well, anyway, thanks to everybody that tuned in. Like I said, subscribe, click like, thumbs up, whatever it's called. Join if you can. Otherwise, have a good one. Oh, Chosen, what's the live delay? I mean, in the chat or in the video? If you're referring to the delay, yeah, there's just a delay. I don't know why. Yeah, it's just the way it works. It's not. There's a little bit of lag. There's a little lag on, I think, on my end where it processes the video and the audio. There's a little bit of lag probably on YouTube's end where it does what it needs to do as well. Plus, YouTube was down yesterday, so geez. Lucky it's even working at all today. Okay, I guess that's it. Nice quiet night. Everybody have a good one. Keep on coding.